Hello, everybody. El Rebaño is set for an international challenge. Chivas kicks off its journey in the CONCACAF Champions Cup against Cibao in the Dominican Republic. Meanwhile, La Rojiblancas host Atlético de San Luis at Estadio Akron, and Tapatio faces Dorados in Liga de Expansión. Don't forget to join the panel sending a message via WhatsApp. Let's get on it. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all you Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All you mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew Live. We're transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, El Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Welcome, everyone, to We Go Chew Live. ¿Cómo están todos? ¿Cómo estás, Gaby?
Hi, Robert, and hi, everybody that's already joining the chat and starting the Chivas conversation. I'm so happy to be back here with good news from Chivas Femenil. A lot to talk about Chivas Varonil, and of course, La Cantera Rojiblanca with Tapatio, and a lot of information in between. And remember that this show is created by Chivas for all our Chiva hermanos outside Mexico that speak mostly in English, but it's actually for everybody. So let me just say that again in Spanish for everybody that's joining the chat at this exact moment. Este es un contenido exclusivo que crea Chivas para todos nuestros chivarmanas y chivarmanas que están fuera de México y que hablan mayormente en inglés. Chivas lo que hace es abrir sus horizontes y expandir la línea de su contenido, y ahora tenemos contenido en inglés. Este lo tenemos haciendo casi ya 2 años. Así que bienvenidos y bienvenidas, practiquen su inglés con nosotros, vengan, platiquen con nosotros, and back to you. Oh no, Alfredo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Gabby. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chiva hermanos. Very excited to be here with you guys on a Tuesday. You remember that this show is usually on Wednesday, but we are today showing up on Tuesday. Big shout out to Curtis Williams. Big shout out to Marilu. Chivas TV, who's saying where to watch the weekend's match which will be on Sunday for Liga MX. Before we have, of course, CONCACAF Champions League. Hello to Francisco Fraga, who's watching us, and to all the Chiva hermanos watching us on the Chivas digital platforms, as well as on the Telemundo Deportes platforms. Plenty of information to talk about. Plenty of Chivas Femenil as well. The first team as well, who is already now in the Dominican Republic to make their debut on the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Alan Pulido might be having his first few minutes. Remember that Alan Mosso already came back, and we have plenty of information as well on Tapatio, and of course the MVPs. Last but not least, if you'd like to join the conversation, if you'd like to hop into the show, send us a message through WhatsApp to the number that you will be seeing on screen very soon. There we go. Got a question? Send a DM to +52 133 26 67 241 +52 133 26 67 241 to join all the Chiva talk. Any inquiries you might have, any comments you would like to add to our analysis for the next hour, for the next Chiva talk, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
So come and join us, guys, because basically this show's for you. This is your place to share your Chiva thoughts. And, well, so many other things. But before we get started, we must go on to the MVP. Do we have a drum roll, my friends?
There we go.
Do we?
I hear somebody. I think that's Alfredo, though.
There it is.
There it is, my brothers and sisters. So there we go. We have 3 nominees. Yesterday with the Grammys. No naked people today. Okay?
Oh, my God.
Just our MVPs. Gabi, who was your MVP, please?
Okay, so my weekly MVP pick, and for a lot of reasons. The most important one is that she scored 2 goals, un doblete, in that amazing 8-0 win against Mazatlán Femenil. We're going to talk about this game in more depth in a couple of more minutes in the second part of the show. You know how it works. But Adriana Boyi Iturbide, La Doctora del Gol, is my weekly MVP pick. And also because she is at the 99 mark of games played with La Rojiblanca. She is just one game away from the 100 games with Chivas. So those are my reasons. And Adriana Boyi Iturbide is today's weekly MVP. You know how it works. Vote Team Gaby por La Doctora del Gol.
Wow, I thought you were going to choose Yvonne.
Yeah, that was like my second choice. I chose her because, and actually, spoiler alert, if you go to the YouTube channel of the Chivas YouTube channel, we did a video talking precisely about Adriana and almost reaching that 100 game mark, and a lot of other players that already have this number and this historic number. So yeah, go to the YouTube channel and like and share every single Chivas content in there. But yes, my pick is La Doctora del Gol.
There we go.
Very good. Alfredo, tell us.
I chose Carolina Jaramillo for a number of reasons. One of them is because she scored a goal and gave an assist the other day, Sunday night, against Mazatlan. She scored the third one and assisted the fourth one. And also because I think that she is getting back her commitment with the squad. Remember that she had an episode last semester, but I think that she's back, and her being reconnected to the squad, to the team, to the institution, makes her teammates be reconnected as well. I think that she's definitely a leader, not only on the footballing side, but also on the spiritual side. And why not added that her number in the back is the number that Chivas Femenil scored the other day. She's number 8, and we scored 8 goals. So Carolina Jaramillo, vote for me, Alfredo Rodriguez, because I need the win this time.
Man, you're going for Cábalas. What is this superstition?
Yeah,
man. But okay, I love both of your choices. And yes, I was going to go Femenil as well, but I'm going to choose Camberos again. For one reason only. He likes to break people's hips. And if it were not for the post, he would have scored in the opening moments of the game against Querétaro what would have been at least the goal of the week, if not of the season. Because he caught it really, really nicely from the right side of the pitch. It was beautiful. Mm-hmm. So the guy's doing his thing, man. I really do not think he's going to be with us very long. I would love to think that as soon as he gets a little bit more accustomed to being in the limelight, then he might be able to go to Europe. So, Camberos. Again.
There we go.
Boyi, Caro Jaramillo, and Camberos.
So the poll is active. Yeah, the poll is active right here in the YouTube channel, and I believe also in the Chivas English Twitter account. So go and vote. You have 1 hour or 50 minutes, let's say.
So
yeah.
Hurry.
For as long as the show goes on, right?
Right.
So to your point again, just to Camberos is one of those players that, even though you love him so much and you would like to see him on your team like forever, but is one of those players that you like go and leave the dream, like it would be amazing for him to go abroad and do his thing.
Right. I remember how old was Chicharito when he left. Yeah.
That was 2010. So
18,
no.
19?
No.
Yes, Javier left in 2010.
But exactly that, like that exact feeling.
Someone in the chat do the math.
He was 22.
22.
He was not that young. Actually.
Yeah, but that's a good age still. I think that's the limit, to go to Europe for me.
Right.
Camberos is 18.
Yep, he just turned 18.
Yeah.
He just turned 18, so I'm just saying, could be.
It
could be. And let us talk about what everybody's dying to talk about, except for me. And that was the tie against Querétaro. Okay, Curtis, the tie against Querétaro on Saturday, my friends. Jornada 5. What were your impressions? Gaby, tell us, what did you see from a distance? And I'll let you guys see what I saw and felt.
Yeah, from a distance, because I watch it at home, back at home, and you were at the stadium. So we could have like maybe similar experiences or completely different experiences rather, right? So from the distance, I have to confess that at some point I was frustrated. Like I was very, I don't want to say very confident, but I thought like we were going to, because it was a good game at the beginning. We're talking about again and again and again about the first 45 minutes, like it being a very good game. Gamberos is amazing. I mean, if we can highlight some positive things, we have plenty. But again, it's like it's bittersweet because even though you have a lot of things to highlight and things to talk about, at the end of the day, you don't get that win. I mean, a point is a point, and it's good for the statistics and the numbers and whatever. But it's like, oh, okay, okay, one more week, and we had it. But again, I mean, I liked it from like a very specific point of view. Like Yael scored again. We saw Alan Mozo again. Jose Castillo gave the assist to that goal. Unfortunate that he went off of the game. And very like we're going to talk about it in more depth, I'm sure. But yeah, like it's that sentiment of frustration that I have when we don't get the result, when we fight so much for it. I don't know if that makes sense.
I agree with you completely. You said it perfectly. That was the phrase, right? A bittersweet, because we know we can do more again, over and over and over. Alfredo, from a distance,
Yes.
what's your perception?
Yeah, so as Gabby was saying, pleased to see the let's say the initial half, the first few minutes, but what I've been depicting since some matches ago is that this team is missing some aggressivity, that some bad blood, let's say in a sportsmanship way. I think that we have the football, we have the talent. We keep saying that once the team connects on the footballing aspect, things will get better, and I still believe so. But there's this aspect of being more aggressive, of being having that let's say that killer spirit against the opponent that I think that we're missing. I think that the team needs more instinct of when to of let's say smelling when the team is on a weak spot and making use of that opportunity. Because you're playing against Querétaro at Estadio Akron, you're winning by 1-0. You still have a lot of time to go for the second one. Even if you can even think, hey, if they tie in a random play, doesn't matter. We still have time to go and look for the second one, for the third one. So I think that the team is missing a little bit of that mentality of smelling, let's say smelling the weak spots of the opponent, and pressing on them. But let's hope that we get that aggressiveness as the tournament goes by.
You know what? I'm seeing two different velocities. The young
Right.
guys are playing at a certain velocity, and the older players at a different one. And I see a lot of pauses in that first half. It's really fast. Second half slows down. But the youngins, the Padawans, they do not. Did you see that goal? Let me stop there, man. Padilla, second goal of the season. Okay. It was beautiful. They had disallowed it from the handball, but remember the rules protected us this time. And it was a beautiful goal. It was a beautiful goal, man. It was wonderful. And it was when we were playing the best. The best. And I have to say, from the closeness, because I watched I was at the stadium, as we usually are. Good ambience, a lot of people there, a lot of families, and a lot of young people. It was great, the first half, and then the feeling, the energy in the stadium got weird.
Right.
It just got really, really weird, really dense. And of course, after they tied, it was just even more and more dense. And then the changes, right? And that's the second thing I want to say. The first thing is that velocity change, yeah? And the second, I want you guys to answer me. I don't know what you guys think. Okay, Gabi or Alfredo. what's going on with the inconsistency of the starting 11s? Is that affecting the way we're playing? What do you guys think? Alfredo, Gabi, who wants to go
Alfredo.
for that hot potato?
Yeah, I think that we have a lot of options for the different positions, the different roles. You know, one of the few guys that has been being, let's say, a starter was Castillo, but now Mozo is back, so that's another doubt. We're hoping Pulido to actually be a starter for what's coming up. For we're waiting, let's say, for there. You know, there's very few players who have a secured spot in the starting squad. I think that Sepulveda is one of them. I think that Gutierrez is one of them. But yes, I think that the team is, let's say, has to find itself in that way. Let's say maybe if you don't find a starting 11 overall, maybe a base for that. Of course, that's been let's say raising voices on social media, and that's something that it's being spoken about, and it's I'm curious to see how the starting 11s varies now that we're about to start a second tournament and keep two tournaments hopefully for a long time being played simultaneously, such as the Champions Cup and the Liga MX. So we'll see now that we have Mozo back, now that we have La Hormiga back, and now that Pulido will be making his debut pretty soon. And we're about to see if this starting 11, if there's a, let's say, a no once de gala, as they would say, or if we keep rotating.
Gabi?
Yeah, I don't mind necessarily the rotations, but then again, I think about this is week 5. So at this point, I would think that the coach and the staff would have a very well defined starting 11. So there are a couple of positions that you can um you have options, which again, that is a good thing. In the past, remember that we didn't have a lot of options in a lot of positions, so we had to stay with the same lineup. And when one of them got injured, we had to play with the 4-3-3, or you know what I mean. And right now, I think the offensive is the one that is getting the cut in this, and they're seeing what works best. I think I hope it's going to be week 6 for Liga MX, and I hope that Yael is a constant in the starting 11. I hope Gamberos, I think right now on week 6, well, we're going to play week 6 soon, but Gamberos, I think, is going to be one of those players that's going to stay in that position for a long time unless anything else happens. So I think I don't mind that in the first weeks, and because remember, there's a new coach, there's a new staff, blah blah. But I think we're getting close to that. Camberos is going to be a very key piece in Oscar Garcia's lineup. I would love to
Guti.
see how he's going to manage Pulido inside that offensive line. How is he going to Pulido, Piojo, Yael, Camberos, Romo? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Now we have options. So I don't mind the rotations. I mind it that right now we need those wins. So I would like to see security on those lineups, especially offensively speaking. My 2 cents.
Production says that, production says that if he'd like to pick, if he had to pick the lineup from midfield onwards, he would place Eric Gutierrez, Romo, and Piojo Alvarado in the midfield, and up front he will play with Pulido, Camberos, and Yael Padilla.
I like that. Yes. It's going to be so cool to see Pulido back. How is he going to play with those pieces? And would you guys like to see Pulido and Chicharito? That's going to be fire. I don't know.
I think Pulido could play with Chicharito because he's more plurifunctional, and they're very similar. Definitely. And I like this. Guti, Romo, Piojo. We have a bench. I don't know what people keep talking about. We don't have refuerzos now because we do. If you look at us and if we all put that stuff on paper, we have a very strong team with the youngins, right? It's a balance. It's the balance that I think we're trying to find, like you said. And what Alfredo said, going back to what you said, Alfredo, yeah, El Profe is probably trying to find the balance because we now will be playing two different
Ugh,
tournaments.
that gives me so much PTSD.
So what's going to happen there? Well, the good thing is it's just here in North America, right? We move around here in North America. The trips are not that long.
But it's going to be
it's
simultaneous, like it's going to be one after the other, not like Leagues Cup, like that you shut down Liga MX, you go play Leagues Cup, and it's
Right.
disaster, and then you come back. Like this is going to be, it's going to be. I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see.
I'm really more worried about, for example, we were reading my notes about Cibao, that they want to make, how can I say, they wanted to make an effort to be in the top 16. I'm worried about those teams that do not play at the same level, let's say as Liga MX or the United States or Canada. Why do I say this? Because sometimes they're very violent games. And
Like
they're
very
putting their
physical.
legs at risk. Yes, very physical, because that's third division really compared to
Exactly.
our first division. So I'm a bit afraid of that. The outcome, what do you guys think is going to happen? Are we coming back with
Yeah.
the points from
No, yeah,
Dominican
for
Republic?
sure. I mean, it's we gotta come back with the points. Not only because, of course, we gotta go through, but also because we gotta play on. We need to play really focused on Sunday because 5 matches already went by,
Mhm.
and it's almost a third of the entire tournament. It's time goes by, and we're starting to need adding stacking the 3x3.
Yes, let's start talking about Sunday then. So the Xolos are going to be in town. Never an easy game for Chivas. Never an easy match with Chivas. They have their colmillo, these dogs, and they play really well here in Guadalajara. Sometimes actually giving good matches. What do you guys think is going to be the outcome there? Because Chivas
Yes.
coming back tired from Cibao Thursday. I would have actually moved the game from Sunday to another day, no? I mean,
Right.
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
actually, they moved it by 1 hour because it was to be at because of the Super
With the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Actually, I have the detail
Mhm.
of the how the week lines up for Chivas. I have the complete schedule right in
Mhm.
front of me. For if the Chivermanos are curious to know, the team traveled to the Dominican Republic this morning at 9 a.m. Mexican time. The training is scheduled to take place at 7 p.m. Time of the Dominican Republic, which is in about a few hours. So the team is about to practice in the Dominican Republic. Then the second training in the Dominican Republic takes place tomorrow at 5 p.m. local time. Match day it's on Thursday at 9 p.m. Time of the Dominican Republic, 7 p.m. Mexican time, which means that if the practice was scheduled for 7 p.m. today, the team might be already practicing in the Dominican Republic. And listen to this important
Mhm.
information. As soon as the match finishes on Thursday night, the team is traveling back to Guadalajara. No staying there, no staying in the Caribbean, but back right after the match. Friday, there's a practice in Verde Valle, yet scheduled yet to be defined. Saturday, another practice in Verde Valle, 5 p.m. Mexican time, and then kickoff against Xolos for 9 p.m. So a pretty busy week for El Rebaño, traveling to the Dominican Republic, uh, practicing there, traveling to back to Mexico right after the match, and practicing on Friday right after coming back. So very few hours rest, and of course will need to be wise with the lineups, with the distribution of minutes, If Beltran played the other day against Querétaro, I don't know how much minutes he might be disputing this week. The coach might be having other options in mind. So plenty of aspects to think about and to analyze for this busy week.
Just it's madness. Of course, part of the whole telenovela that we've become. But it's interesting too, because I want to see what the strength they have, no? Like we've said before, we need these guys to really just bring it. And you know what? We see it. I think that's part of that bittersweet taste that we've been talking about, Gabi. It's just, if we see it, why don't they see it? Or why don't they do it? It's like the gods were playing against us, you know? It's just something that I just don't understand
do
sometimes.
see it, but Cody Alfredo, like it's that final spark that is missing, like that last offensive streak of like explosivity. I don't know if that's even a word, but you know what I mean. Like that final, and that's what sometimes make it frustrating. And I understand the fan base, so please don't tell us that we are here sugarcoating everything and everything is fine and everything is great. We don't. Actually, we get called out sometimes because, like, hey, we have to say things as they are, and we are aware of that. But at the same time, we can also say and confirm that we have a great team. Like somebody already in the chat is like proposing a lineup. And already highlighting Guti, Romo, Camberos, Pulido is going to have minutes against Cibao, probably, most likely, because he's being called to that game. He traveled with the team. Mozo is back. Like, again, if we have a healthy lineup and a healthy team, I know we have like 5 players that are still on a recovery, but if overall we have a healthy team, we have a great team. It's just that final, and that is what makes it frustrating. And I get it, but yeah.
Yeah, they have to be healthy physically and mentally. And once the balls start rolling correctly, I think we're going to be fine. And as always, we do need to have a positive outlook on all of this, my Chiva hermanos, because if we think of negative things, then we're going to just pull a bunch of negativity towards us. So I think Chivas is going to come back strong from Cibao, confident because we're going to win. And then let's see what happens with Xolos. I haven't watched the game with Xolos, but I know they're always strong matches, and I'll give you my version of whatever happens there on Sunday. So, hey, man, Alfredo, where can we watch this game?
We're both. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Cibao game. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Mexican time. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Central time of the United States. If you're in Mexico, you'll be able to watch it on Tubi. And actually, we got the information of where to watch it in the rest of the zone. If you're outside of Mexico, like it's the case of many of you guys, if you're in the United States, you'll be able to watch it on FS2 and 2DN. So you make the choice. And if you're in Central America, you'll be able to watch it on ESPN. And if you're in South America, you'll be able to watch it on Disney Plus. So Tubi for Mexico, ESPN for Central America, FS2 or 2DN, you choose for the United States, and Disney Plus for South America. Same applies for every single Liga MX team match for this tournament, for this CONCACAF Champions Cup. But of course, we're aware of Chivas. So plenty of options, and it will be pretty much shown throughout the entire continent.
Wow, I was about to say that streaming has gotten out of hand.
Thank God,
friends. How many options to watch it? Yes. I remember we used to have a satellite dish, and not a small one.
Yeah,
it was like half the yard, and really had like a crank. Well, it had a motor, but there was if it didn't work, you'd have to crank it. Trying to find, watching things in Japan. I don't know. It was insane. So many options. And let's look at what's going on with our chingonas. It's coming up time to talk about our chingonas. Gabi, what do you have to say about An
Well,
8-0 shocking win.
yes, sir.
Qué
Well,
pasión.
I mean, an 8-0, 8-0. Like, yes, Chivas did their thing. Chivas Femenil went to El Kraken and slayed 8-0 again against Mazatlan. Unfortunately, Mazatlan has always been since the creation of Liga MX. Remember, Mazatlan came later into the game of Liga MX Femenil, but on the 5 games we've played against Mazatlan, we won all of them. And that 8-0, just to mention a couple of fun facts, is officially the second most scored game of Chivas Femenil, just behind that 10-2. Do you remember that game against Santos Femenil? So this is the second
Santos.
most scored game for Chivas Femenil with 8-0. There are a couple of more. There's a video coming soon about this, by the way. But yeah, it was a great game. Not that to minimize Mazatlan's effort at all, but it was a good game. It was very well organized. We saw a very strong offensive team. Yvonne Gonzalez, oh my goodness, she is incredible. She is so cold. When you see her play, you can see her face and how concentrated. I'm pretty sure nobody else is like watching her and her demeanor, but she's like so concentrated. She's so cold. And again, we're talking about Cantera Rojiblanca. We're talking about the youngsters and the energy they have. Licha Cervantes, of course, again with goal. Boyi with a doblete. Caro Jaramillo, like you name it. Like it was una lluvia de goles, if you will. So we are back in the winning streak. This game against Mazatlan, again, is just like another win, another successful game against Mazatlan, unfortunately for them. But it was an incredible game, and we can talk about the goals if you want. What do you guys thought about this game?
Let's talk about everything about this game. I mean, I was just about to ask you, Alfredo, were you expecting, and Gabi, were you
Not
expecting
8.
8-0?
Not 8.
7.
No? I mean, 6. What the starting lineup that the Profe put on the pitch? I don't know.
And
8-0
officially the second best of,
was-
defensive team on the league. That's another thing.
That's right.
Right.
No goals. And this is how many times now that at the Kraken also, there's like another little record or FYI about us there too. We haven't had any goals scored against us. Let me find
No, the
that
team
info
has
real
won
quick. In the
every
last
single visit there.
Yeah,
5 for
5.
5. That's right. And we've only received 2
And
goals.
this-
That's what I was going to share with you, Gabi. 2
Yeah.
goals in the last 6 games. That's a great improvement from
Totally.
last season, definitely.
No,
There
and
you
it's
go, see that.
the fourth straight clean sheet
Oh.
at El Kraken, and the fourth straight clean sheet for Blanca Felix in the tournament as well.
And it wasn't for the goalie, Mazatlan's goalie, it would have been
Yeah.
worse, my friends. Much worse. And again, I was not expecting that. So for me, it was a pleasant surprise. But at the end, truly, I went to the kitchen, and I came back, and there was 2 more goals. I was like, dude, I just want to make a sandwich. You know, what's up? And I'm just saying, the first half didn't look like, the second half was not what it was supposed to be from watching the first half, is what I mean. You know, it was just spectacular. And when Boyi came in, you know, and she's your MVP, right, Gabi? When she came in, I don't know. It was a breath of fresh air. No se cansaron de correr nadie. It was great. It was another chingona.
Totally. There we
Look at
go.
Look at that. That was for me her best goal. The best goal of the
We have plenty of Chivas in the house. Big shout out to Carlos Vasquez, who's watching us. He's excited to Alan Pulido's possible re-debut with Chivas. Big shout out to Joshua Rodriguez. Big shout out to Josue Garcia. Big shout out to we have Chilanguito. We have Chivas, who says that it's the official Chivas YouTube channel encouraging you to vote for the MVP. We have Ernesto Hernandez Rodriguez in the house, Irving Perez. We have also Julio Mancia, who was asking if the Cibao Chivas game is today. No, it's Thursday, my friend. We have Christian Perez, who's watching us from Indiana, who says that he loves this show. Adelaide Nunez Marquez, she says that even though the team hasn't started, we're speaking about Varonil, well off, she trusts that the team will recover. Joan Lopez, hello, my friend, and all the Chivermanos. A lot of new faces, right? A lot of new names. Always exciting to see people who support us and watch us.
New Chivermanos. Chivermanos, come and join us. Like we have somebody.
Do we?
Sitting.
I think we do.
We do. We
Hello?
do. Let's see production.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Yes.
You too can come.
Hello?
Yeah, baby.
What's up
Curtis!
for friends? How's everyone down there doing?
What?
How are you? Good.
We're doing well, Curtis. I did not recognize you without your mustache.
Well, I had to shave it off because I looked like I was 75, and I'll be 60 in 8 weeks' time. So
Wow.
You look younger than 60.
it's true. I'll be 60 in April. And when you were talking about the Chigones, I mean, oh my gosh, I watched the highlights of that match, and like even though we had like a one nil lead, but something of mine told me that release the Kraken in the second half, and that's what happened. And that's what happened.
And
the one thing was that one of our players got headbutted, and the player she did that, she got double called. She said, "That's it, you're gone."
Right. No, yeah.
Yes, it got a little bit rough at the end, but I thought in general it was a well played match by both teams. I mean, 8-0, I know, but they never gave up. You know, Mazatlan kept trying, and that's one thing when you see these big scores. You know, you think that other team didn't do, wasn't trying, but no,
Yes,
they
it
were
did.
really trying, and they were just overwhelmed. Chivas was in the group.
No, and something that we
Was in
haven't
the group.
mentioned is that actually this 8-0 win against Mazatlan Femenil, if we were only 1-0 by halftime.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
We
what
were
I'm
1-0 by halftime and then 7 goals in the second half. That's just amazing.
So, what do you think was the key element there, Curtis?
I thought that after La Predadora scored, and then by the time that the one of the best players got the red card, Chivas was focused. They were focused, and they were even more so in the second half. And because of that, the goals start coming left, right, and center. Especially the Boye double, if you will. I call it the Boye double dip because she was phenomenal. The doctor was in and she performed big time.
She did. I loved her first goal. What did you think the first one?
Amazing.
That was straight out of the European League, man. I could see her up there. It was beautiful. She brought
Yes, she
it down
did.
so beautifully, and she killed it. No chance for the opposing defense. Magnificent.
And the game came up on Sunday, and I mean they need to stay focused. They need to just say forget about the 8-0 win. Let's go back to the drawing board, pick out the best strategy to go up against Tijuana, go against los Xolos.
Right.
Oh, okay, yes, but that's the
I'm sorry.
Varonil. We're playing
Luis.
against.
So thank you very much. Athletic San
At
Luis. I was so hyped up. I forgot who the heck we were playing. So forgive me. Disculpenme, por favor.
I wish Varonil. I wish Varonil would score an 8-0 at some point because they need it, man. They really need that positive injection.
Can you
I sell
imagine?
for 5-0. I sell for 5-0 on the guy's side. I sell for 5-0. But for Sunday, I'm predicting 3-1 for the Chigonas. And with another doblete by the doctor.
There we go.
Oh, I love how you said that.
Okay.
Another doblete by the doctor. Yes.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out that way.
Okay, so 3-1. Let's all put our cards on the table real quick while Curtis is with us.
My
Gabi,
score,
what's the score?
Atlético San Luis.
Thursday.
I'm going with a 3-0 because Blanca is not conceding a goal.
There we go. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
also betting
Alfredo?
for the clean sheet for Chivas, and it's the team has been scoring, so I'm going for a 4-0 for El Rebaño.
Ooh.
Whoever keeps getting. Curtis, what are you saying, my friend?
Like I said, I'm gonna raise the stakes, if you will. I could give it like a 5-0, doblete by the doctor, and a hat trick for the Perdedora.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you guys are getting a little bit.
Hey,
giddy.
it's Chigona
Getting a little
power,
bit
baby.
giddy here, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna go just to.
Chingona
I'm gonna go
power.
6-0.
Remember, it's
Chingona power,
Thursday.
6-0.
This match is Thursday. Yes.
Oh, that's right, Thursday. Thank you, Alfredo. What can I do without your insight?
Thursday.
Right.
He's the numbers man. He's the numbers man.
Okay, so thanks again for allowing me to be on your show. And watch out for the Chigonas and the Varonil and the Liga Expansión, because like we're on fire. We cannot be stopped. Arriba las Chivas.
Totally.
Arriba las
Thanks.
Chivas, Curtis. Very much.
Thank you.
Good one.
Have a beautiful day, my brother. Thank you so much for joining.
Pleasure
us.
to have you.
Always.
Every time
Curtis,
he's
man.
here, I'm like,
Always.
yes.
He's so bubbly. He's great, man. I love him. I forgot to ask him to leave us with some words of wisdom, because he always has a great saying. And the last week he said something about what they say, a saying that he has from his hometown. I'm just trying to remember, from Arkansas. But I'm sure he'll put it in the chat right now. Thank you so much, Curtis. So let's see. Let's get into the second part of Las Chingonas. Gaby, we're playing against Atlético
We're playing against
de San Luis.
Atlético de San Luis. That is right. And we have to keep up this winning streak. I don't know. Hopefully, we went like far up in the prediction situation. I love it, though. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And I, of course, want that to happen. But yes, Atlético San Luis is a completely different team. And I just hope we are currently, let me just see if I'm correct. I don't know. I don't have the number exactly in my notes, but I think we're in the 7th or 6th position of the general table.
7th
position of the general. Yeah. So we, as Curtis was saying, we have to leave behind that 8-0, which was great. And mentally, emotionally, like that drive, that's exactly what we needed. But we need to just turn the page and look forward, because it's already week 8, 9, and we have to maintain that streak. Ivonne Gonzalez, La Depredadoras, Alfredo was saying about Caro Jaramillo, La Doctora del Gol. Like, we have a very strong lineup at the moment. I think Antonio Contreras feels very comfortable right now with what he is presenting in his lineups. Again, we are the second best defense of the league. So let's just keep. What's production saying? Is that okay? San Luis is ahead of us by 1 point. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Right. So if we're able to beat them, then we go up to
we
6.
need to keep moving. So again, the 8-0 was incredible, was amazing. The second most scored game for Chivas Femenil in its history, and of Liga MX Femenil. But we have to move on.
Totally. And we're unbeaten against Atlético San Luis Femenil. Actually, we record 8 wins and 3 ties against them.
Yep.
We've never lost, so we gotta keep that winning streak against the Potosinas.
Definitely. And the last time we played against them at the Alfonso Lastras, we came home with the big W 3-0.
That's my prediction for this game.
So
Cool.
3-0, another 6-0, I said. Guys, that's like insane even for me, man. It's like, what's happening? But hey, it could work. It could work, like you said. I have not watched them, but truly though, guys, 6 and 7, I think it's going to be much closer than that. No, and I haven't been able to watch much of Liga Femenil, but I think we will win. It'll be a resounding victory. Plus, we're at home, and remember that the Akron is it truly is a fortaleza. You know, it's a wall of sound. Like I remember who this was that used to in the '60s created this sound, and it was called a wall of sounds. Phil Spector. There, I remember his name. And what it is this blocks out everything else. And the truth is, I've said it again and again. You guys have been down there on the pitch with me. When we're on the pitch, you can't hear anything when the crowd is going wild. So we got to keep our eyes on las chingonas. I'm saying 6-0, I guess. So we got to keep our sights high. I like that, though, that you said that, Gabi. If we keep our sights high, then we are always going to keep throwing ourselves in that direction. And that's the way we need to go, right? That's the way we need to go. ¿Dónde podemos ver? Where can we watch this
game? Production, help! Liga MX Week 7 of Liga MX Femenil. Chivas Femenil against Atlético de San Luis Femenil, Thursday, February 6th. You can watch in Mexico through Prime Video, La Casa de las Chivas, and Fox Sports. And if you are in the United States on Telemundo Deportes, the game is at 7 p.m. Mexico time. If you are in a different time zone, don't do the math. But yes, Prime Video, La Casa de las Chivas. You can watch there and on Fox Sports.
There we go.
Beautiful streaming images and la narración.
Con los cracks de cracks.
Of course.
Los cracks.
Because they do make the game different. You know, if they're telling you a story, who do you prefer? Somebody's falling asleep or telling anecdotes, or who truly know the players and are actually engaged with the match? And Chivermanos, it hurts. It hurts. You know, when we win, and it hurts when we lose. Okay, let's talk about Cantera Rojiblanca. Alfredo, what can you tell us about
El
Tapatio?
Tapatio got back to the winning ways by defeating Alebrijes by 3-1 on match week 4 of Clausura 2025. Important win for El Tapatio in order to avoid a negative dynamic and get back to the winning ways, stacking up 3 points. So a 3-1 road win against Alebrijes. The next opponent for El Tapatio will be Dorados de Sinaloa, which will a match that will be disputed this Friday at Estadio Akron. So there we go with El Tapatio, who are climbing positions. Some draws, some loss along the way before the road win against Alebrijes, but let's hope to stack another win against Dorados de Sinaloa this Friday when they visit Estadio Akron. Then regarding the under-19, they will be they're unbeaten. The under-19 is unbeaten in Clausura 2025. They have won 3 matches and tied 2 in the initial 5 matches of the tournament. So after 5 matches, 3 wins, 2 ties, unbeaten so far. And it's the only unbeaten team of the under-19 Liga MX category and leaders with 12 points. So unbeaten and leaders for the under-19. And regarding the under-23, they haven't had such a brilliant start as the under-19, but they actually got their first win of the tournament by defeating Gallos by 2-1. So that's the report on La Cantera. Remember that the under-19 and the under-23 usually play the same day as the first team. So both the under-19 and the under-23 will be playing their match on Sunday at Verde Valle against los Xolos de Tijuana. And if you're in the US, you'll be able to watch those games on the Telemundo Sports app. If you're in Mexico, you'll be able to watch La Cantera right in the Chivas YouTube channel.
And they're interesting matches because that's where the next refuerzos are going to
Exactly.
come from, my friends. You know, and I can count on about 10 players, really, from those three teams that should be moving up. And I'm saying pronto, both as the forwards and defensive categories. There's a plethora of players, my friends. It's just incredible how many players come out of La Cantera Rojiblanca. Incredible, incredible. So there's
Yes.
a where to watch
You
for
have it.
Tapatio. Yeah. Dígame, I'll read this one. Where to watch Liga Expansión MX Week 5 fight, Friday, February 7th at 7. Look at this, all this Kabbalistic stuff.
Imagine that.
Tú que te gusta la cábala. Yes, 7 at 7 in Mexico, right? I'm just kidding. Against Dorados. Hard matches against Dorados. When they were in the first circuit, they were a team to be wary of. Where can we watch it? ESPN. Okay? Everybody tune in. Don't forget that we need to watch Chivas Tapatio. You wonder why we're always thinking about Vaso Medio Lleno? It's because we also watch the Cantera Rojiblanca. And that's why I know there's a future for Chivas. You know, so just keep your head up. Everything will fall into place at some point. And now the best part. Here we go, my friends.
Now it's
MVP time.
Who won?
Drum roll,
Who
please.
won?
Drum
I
roll.
have no
At least
idea.
something.
Who won? Do we have the numbers? Do we have the
I don't
nominees
know.
are
I don't know where those
Adriana
things go.
Bueniturbide,
We have the final count.
Hugo Cameros, Carolina Jaramillo, and the winner is
Hugo Cambero.
and the winner is
Truco True. He's going to be mine for
He's
the
gonna
rest
be-
of
yes.
the season, my friend.
and you're going to win. You're
The
going to
rest
win
of the
every single
season.
time.
I gotta be more sharp on Monday morning.
I think I will. I told you guys I'm on it. And Alondra is like, I know she's going to ask real quick.
Yes.
I jump on it because you guys know I'm on the chat all the time translating. So anything that comes up, this magnificent young man, okay, is a prospectus this year, and I am very, very, very certain that he is going to be the star of the future, just like, and I got to say it, Jimenez, who went to Milan. Shout out to that guy, man.
shout out.
Bro, que te vaya
Congrats.
muy bien. He's a Mexican
Congrats.
representing out in Europa. I was so
Oh, me
happy
too.
to hear of his signing. Yeah, man. Good luck, brother, out there. Because remember,
Totally.
he's Mexicano, you know? Doesn't matter his extraction. So we got to look at everybody out there. I love that he's playing well. Jimenez is back on track. He's kicking ass at the Premier League. So we have a future. We have a future. And it's beautiful to watch those guys. But, hey, guys, Camberos is going to be there. So save him a spot. Save him a seat. Okay, my guys out there, don't forget. He's going to come at that, and he's going to need some guidance. So, everybody, thank you very much. Thank you very much, especially to Hugo Camberos for breaking everybody's hips. So it's like he's dealing with a bunch of people in the old people's ward. He breaks.
He's going to be breaking more hips.
He's going to be breaking hips. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you guys good news next week. Vaso medio lleno, my friends. Okay? Las chingonas are going to perform. Tapatio is going to kick some booty. And is going to eat some atún. And we're going to be eating Xolos Quincle.
I'm so
Yes. It was
Oh,
the
Chiva.
Colombian
La
classic.
Chiva Parca is asking how can he get on the show. So Chiva Parca, just so you know, get in here earlier. We go live Wednesdays. Today was like a special occasion, but we come live on Wednesdays on Chiva's social media. And you can send a message or a DM to the number that's going to appear right now on the screen. Take notes. And next Wednesday, you can join us and talk to us. Okay?
There we go.
Please do. I'm curious, La Chiva Parca.
Yeah, no, new face.
Yes, I love it when new people come and share their information. Recuerden también si hablan español mayormente y les da un poco de preocupación sus habilidades con el idioma inglés, también pueden participar con
Definitivamente.
aquí en español. Sí, y porque esta es su casa, ¿ok? This is your home away from home, my friends. As long as you're not nasty, we would love for you to come. And I'm not meaning to be negative about stuff. I'm just being, just don't be nasty, you know, because we're negative too. We have our things that we cannot share with you because they're children present. La verdad. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody out there. Thank you, production. Soon we'll be having everybody else join us. Hopefully, we'll be having a live when they go to these CONCACAF championship games. Because last year, if you guys recall, we had some people connecting us from the warm-ups, from those, so it would be lovely. You're welcome, La Chiva Parca. We'll see you guys next week. It's usually Wednesday at 5. Todos allá afuera, we love you guys. Be good. Play nice.